my parents that are over there. You guys are awesome too. So Kenny came here in, we'll call it like 7th grade, and he was fortunate enough to be paired in my first period gym class. And one of the things that drew me to Kenny was, it was first period, 7:30 in the morning, you have gym, right? I'm a really competitive person, and I always was, say, team captain or whatnot. I always look to draft Kenny first in my teams because he always gave it 100%. And at 7:30 in the morning, when I'm a competitive person, I want to win, I always drew Kenny to my teams, and that's kind of where we started things. But we were never really friends and hung out outside of class until, he knows I'm going to say that. It was when I was on a mountain biking thing on like a Saturday morning, and we come bolting down Santa Maria Drive, and there's a dumpster on the right side, outside of your guys' house, and a head pops out of it. It's Kenny, and I'm trying to buy it, and I tell my friend, I'm like, get the brakes, get the brakes. And I nicknamed him Seattle because he moved from Seattle. So I said, what the hell are you doing in a dumpster, Seattle? And he's cleaning up, doing work for you guys and whatnot. And from there, we became really great friends. And I never really thought I'd meet my best friend in the dumpster. That happened, actually. It did. But we didn't think it was made up. But through those years, Kenny always was there and that 100% committed and always incredibly passionate about what he did. And he gave it 110%, no matter what it was that he was doing. You might not know that he is the proprietor of a small business called Jerk Shirts. Years old, and he has this first shirt. Jason has the first shirt. Not many people know, but you know, when you're sleeping on pipe dreams and how are we going to make it work, Kenny gets this idea that putting some stupid slogan on the shirt and selling it on the hostility tour was going to work. And you know what? Kenny hunted whiskey and weed. Did that solve all your problems? That did. But again, one of those things that, alluding back to Australia tour, like the guy will give you anything to make you more successful or make you more happy. And I know that in your relationship that's something that he'll definitely do. You know, he's always done it. Even yesterday when we were on the golf course and I get to meet his dad for the first time, Kenny says something brilliant that after knowing him for 20 years, he says, all I really want to do and the most happiness that I get is making other people happy. He said that yesterday and I was struck by it. How many people are like that, you know? And that's, you're lucky. So, enter Katie into the equation, and Kenny calls me up out of the blue and says, Eric, I need some advice. I'm going on this date. And my first reaction was, why are you calling me for advice? I'm the last person you want to call for advice. No rings here. And Kenny calls me for advice, and I said, well, I mean, I don't know. Do something active, do something fun. Call me when it's over. He calls me. He calls me, and I said, how'd it go? He said, well, we hung out for 8 hours. And I was like, wow, that sounds great. You know, I want to meet her. So it's about 2 months later, or a month later, and Kenny calls me up again and says, you know, I work in the restaurant industry, I'm a sommelier and whatnot. And Kenny calls me up and says, I really want to meet you, you need to meet Katie, you know, she's really someone special. And from there, I was kind of, never heard those words out of his mouth, and okay, you know what, come into my restaurant, we're going to make it the most special experience ever. And they come in, and I greet him with champagne at the door, Katie looks beautiful, we go to the table, it's a vegan restaurant, which Kenny loves meat, and I don't even know Katie at the time, I'm like, they're going to eat some really weird shit. If they're going to like it, if they're not, but you know what, I got this night planned out. So we go to the table, I explain to them, you know, we're going to do this for you, don't even close the menus, it's fine. And I turn around, I walk away, and the lasting image in my head at that moment is Katie's laugh. And for all those of you that know Kenny about as ridiculous as it gets. But Katie's trumps it. These two are meant to be together. This is and that night, I had it all planned out. There's this new, I live in Oakland, and there's this real new hip bar happening, and it's opening up, and we're gonna go see, I'm gonna take you guys to the coolest hip bar in Oakland, and da-da-da. Well, it's like a biker bar. And so we get to this biker bar, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I took her to this biker bar. Katie walks up to the bar, tall can of PBR. Thanks, shot at Jameson. I was blown away. I was like, this is Kenny's girl. This is Kenny's girl. I didn't realize I had made it until I had my name on the toothbrush at the house. And Joe and Becky will laugh because I spent how many nights in your house? But I spent nights up there because I live in Oakland. I wouldn't want to drive back. We have beers.
I never put your name on a toothbrush.
You never put my name on a toothbrush, but I always throw up at your house. Well, she did, and I didn't know that I made it until I had the name on the toothbrush. Nonetheless, you guys have an amazing future together. You guys share qualities that are going to be perfect in the next 10 years. You both give 110%. I can't wait for you to take my guy out of the country. You're well traveled. You show him the ropes. You guys have a great honeymoon. And to everybody in the wedding party, our guys in the wedding party, we had like the best bachelor party. And again, it wasn't anything that was about Penny. It was about Penny giving back to his friends and Katie giving back to her family. And I am so honored to be